Hi, my name's Karen. This is my very first vlog. Um, I'm 53 years old. I'm originally born in Virginia, spent most of my life in Ohio, and now I'm in North Carolina. A few years back, I was told that I was having some issues with my thyroid. I bet there was too much calcium and not enough vitamin D. So at that point, because I was extremely agoraphobic, which means severe panic attacks, I was unable to leave my house. About the longest distance, if you will, that I could go was about 2 blocks, and that was for many years. So I thought, out of the blue, I thought maybe I could have a lifestyle change. There was so much pain up in Ohio that I felt like it just wasn't getting me anywhere. So I suggested to my husband, to my mom, and to my son, how about if we moved down to North Carolina? They didn't believe me, of course, because, come on, a girl that can't go 2 blocks from home is going to move to North Carolina from Ohio. We're talking 600 miles. Well, I started searching for places. We started packing, and October 24th of 2015, we arrived in North Carolina. We rented a camper, an RV, and I stayed with my son in the back the whole trip. And it was, I would say, a fun time that I never expected to have. We laughed the whole time. I mean, we were in the back bouncing and bouncing and bouncing the whole time. So for an agoraphobic, that means a lot. We also had a moving van at the same time. So it was an expense, but it was well worth it. Once I got down here, let's move a little forward. Within a couple of months, I would say, I was already driving around town, and this is a small town where I'm at, so you really have to be able to drive around to get around. Closest place that there was maybe a mile from the house. So instantly I got thrown into that, and within a couple of months I got my driver's license. Something that I had expired many years ago. So to get it again was a huge accomplishment. Then I started going to a doctor. I started going to a dentist, and I had some major mouth problems, issues with my teeth, because of the fact that I couldn't go to a dentist. And so I had dental surgery, had all my teeth removed, and got my pearly whites. It took about a year, and so we've been here actually for 2 years now. But I'm in a place where I would never have thought that I could ever be. We've been back to Ohio. I drove there 400 miles. My mom drove 200 miles. I drove all the way back. We've been to the beach twice. It's 2 hours approximately to get to the beach from where we're at. So we've done that twice. I've been out bowling and going to the movies and church, and anyways, so I've accomplished a lot. So when it came time to have my yearly women checkup, she noticed with my blood work that there was some issue with the thyroid, so she suggested that I go to the endocrinologist. I did, and he then suggested that I get an ultrasound on my thyroid, because there was something a little unusual with my blood work. So again, all these steps everything is new. It's all new, things that I've never done before. So I went, had the ultrasound done. He had called me, and I went in, and there was a problem. So the way that he talks is kind of unusual. He has an accent, and he's from South Africa, so it's not nodule, it's nodule. Anyway, I'm not making fun of him. Great doctor. Um, it was on my left side. I don't remember how big he said it was, but it was called a papillary, and I'm not being able to talk here, papillary carcinoma, and it was suspicious. So he says, all right, I think we need to get it removed. So he sent me to a ENT. Again, brand new thing. She checked over everything. She suggested that perhaps I go for another, it's called a fine needle aspiration. What they do is they numb your neck. You can probably see that I still have some redness from the bandage on my neck. I just had my second one done 2 days ago. She wanted to do genetic testing along with the fine needle aspiration. So they call it FNA for short. So that what they do is they take, and you're laying down, your head's back, tilted back a little bit, the pillow's underneath your shoulders, and they take, and the needle is really fine. It's smaller than what they would do for a blood work, and they numb it. They numb the area, and that's really the only thing that you feel. After that, you feel nothing. At least I didn't. I know people thinking, oh my God, a needle in my neck. But no, it's for somebody like me who gets panic attacks and is afraid of everything. I would not BS you. It really is nothing. And that's why I agreed to the second one, because the first one was, it was a piece of cake. It was a walk in the park. I mean, honestly. Okay, so we go to the first one. I had the original numbing, and then they took 3 samples, so they had to do it 3 times separately. And the most that you feel is you don't feel the needle going in. You do have the ultrasound wand to guide the needle, and so you'll feel the pressure from that. It might be on your windpipe or something like that, you know, but you'll feel the pressure of that, and then they'll kind of like, it feels like they're tapping, but it's in the nodule, and they're trying to get cells out of there to test it. So I had 3 done at that time. This time I had 2 done, and then the other 2 were for the genetic testing. So I had a total of 5, including the numbing. It doesn't take more than 10-15 minutes, really. I sat up. I was a little dizzy, but it was just because of, you know, you're laying back like that. And then I went on my way. I mean, they put the bandage on me, and off I went. In fact, I went to the mall with my husband to get some shoes, work shoes for him and tennis shoes for my son. Another place I haven't been, so I'm very proud of myself for that. So here I am right now, and I really wanted to share my story with those who are scared, just like me, who have no idea what to expect, who have anxiety issues, insecurities, or very little experience with hospital or hospital settings. I plan on doing more. As far as I know, I should be getting the results. They said 3 to 5 days for the testing, and then approximately 10 days to 2 weeks for the genetic testing. Now, the genetic testing will help determine how advanced it is, how likely it is to get worse or go into my, what do they call, lymph nodes, or obviously some other type of cancer within the body, as well as help determine whether or not my children are genetically predisposed to something like this. So I was like, yeah, I want to do that. I want to know that. I felt it would be not only good for myself, but of course good for the kids. So I'm still kind of in shock. I don't think I've cried a lot, and that's kind of weird for me because I'm very emotional, especially since I'm going through the change. But I want to know what's going on. I mean, there's been I have very thick hair, and so my hair's been falling out. My body temperature, I am constantly hot. No matter what I do, I'm constantly hot, constantly sweating. Heart palpitations. I can't think of anything right now. I mean, more stuff, but I have a lot of the symptoms, and I want to get it done. I want to get it out. I want to get that thing out of my body and get on track with medicine so that I can feel better. I know it's going to be a little bit, but in a strange way, I'm kind of looking forward to it. So I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye, good night for now. Today is November 3rd, 2017, believe it or not. And I will update as soon as possible. So subscribe if you're interested, and leave comments. You guys take care. Thanks.